And we're going to have an all-new field for the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk, and only the 4th time in 13 years of this event that no former champion is in the field of competitors. Harold Miner won it last year. We have a Miner this year, but it's a different guy. Greg Miner, M-I-N-O-R, of the Boston Celtics. It should be exciting. Right now, let's go over to Craig, who's with a cover boy, just about every magazine you could think of.
He certainly is the biggest story in the NBA, the return of Magic Johnson. Obviously, you love this game. That's why you're at the All-Star.
Oh, yeah, and my wife twisted my arm to say I had to come and bring her. So we're here having a good time. And, you know, whether I was playing or not, I've been here since I've been retired for the last 4 All-Star games. And this is the event to be at. Whether you're playing or participating or not, you still want to be here. It's festive. It's the greatest show on earth. You get to see guys shoot. You get to see the rookie game. And, of course, this is what we all been waiting for, the slam dunk. And then tomorrow, you know that the game is going to be incredible.
Biggest question I think asked this weekend is, will Magic bring the Lakers back? I don't think there's any question that they are now a big contender. Let's go back to the table.
All right, Craig, and they're on their way. And right now, to meet the competitors in the slam dunk, let's go to the public address announcer, Stan Kelly.
And now, here are the competitors in the 1996 Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. He may be the shortest player in this year's competition, but when he goes up, there's a whole lot of air between him and the hardwood from the Orlando Magic, Darrell Armstrong.
Hello. Hello.
The son of Hall of Famer Rick Barry is a high-flying rookie guard with moves all his own from the Los Angeles Clippers. Welcome, Brent Barry. An extraordinary leaper who can throw it down with flair. Welcome, New York Knicks, Doug Christie. This explosive rookie is a quick leaper who has played his way onto the rotation with hustle and drive from the Phoenix Suns, Michael Finley. This powerful swing man, the unsung hero of some great Louisville teams. Now he's brought his energy and athleticism to Boston, Greg Miner. This high-flying rookie leads his team in scoring and excitement. Already one of the best one-on-one players for the Philadelphia 76ers, Jerry Stackhouse. Ladies and gentlemen,
And you beat the competitors. Here are the rules in the slam dunk competition. There will be 2 rounds, and each will be scored separately. Now, in round 1, each player will have 90 seconds to attempt 3 dunks. Does not have to make 3, has to attempt 3 dunks. And then in the finals, the best score of the 2 dunks, not the total, but the best score, will win the competition. And of course, the prize money, $41,000 in all and $20,000 to the winner. Let us meet the judges in this competition. Dave Cowens, an assistant coach with the San Antonio Spurs. Julius Erving probably invented this competition. George Gervin, who's headed for the Hall of Fame. Artis Gilmore, who started center for the Spurs. They are the judges in this competition. Maurice Lucas from the Portland Trailblazers, a bruising rebounder.
All you need is a point guard there, and you got a squad.
Not a bad squad.
Not a bad one at all.
But what does Maurice Lucas, Dave Cowens, and George Gervin know about dunking?
Well, they've seen a few. Now, the order has been determined by draw, and Brent Barry is going to go first. I'll tell you what, we saw a lot of these players with some spectacular dunks in the rookie game, didn't we?
Well, not only that, I think that going first is an advantage in some sense because you're pretty warmed up. I talked with the judges, and what they're going to judge is on this entire performance of this first 90 seconds. But Brent Barry, I thought he had a 48 in the rookie game on an alley-oop. Now that had a little flavor to it. He's just got to make sure he gets 3 dunks in, and then he can go for something spectacular. That wasn't spectacular?
It's the best one we've seen. That's not a bad one either. Remember that Drew plays on the Georgia Tech basketball team and has done pretty well. And today, Georgia Tech defeated North Carolina in a big ACC game in overtime.
He's going to bring out the free throw line. Dr. J invented this dunk, I don't know how many years ago, Reggie, 20 years ago, and Brent Barry is going to do it in the first round. He's bringing it out. But you know what? You have to love it because it's still a tremendous leap.
Did you see his expression? He said, what else do you want? And the fans are showing 10s and 9s in the crowd.
Well, he did step over the line, though, but still, tremendous ride.
Hey, Reggie, so did Michael Jordan step over the line. That was incredible.
Yeah, it was.
Number 50 is the highest you can get. Here is the last one, and the one with the exclamation point.
Look at the power. Oh,
Hey, that's from further back than Michael Jordan did on his. They got a 50 in the NBA slam dunk contest.
Let's go to Cheryl.
Hey, Brent, I know you have to be pumped. This has to be the first time I've ever seen somebody go out, do the dunk with a sweat jacket on, but you were certainly sensational.
I got to stay warm. I don't got much of a body, so we're trying to stay as warm as possible. But it's tough to come out, Cheryl, and be first because the judges are a little tough on you. And as you can see, the scores are a little bit low. But hopefully I'll be able to get in the second round.
All right, good luck in the second round, partner.
He doesn't have much of a body, but he's got a set of legs on him.
Hey, well, the next time he comes, bring your chest, Brent.
All right, here's Darrell Armstrong, 6'1". Now, he only played in a handful of games so far this year. Spanish League All-Star, and he has been tutored by none other than Shaq.
Well, he said that he's got a dunk he's going to bring out if he needs it, that the whole world is going to love. Oh, little fella.
Pretty good start.
Well, he's a little guy. He's only 6'1", and Shaq and Penny campaigned with Rod Thorne to get him in this contest. He only has one dunk in a game so far.
That's got to tell you something. I'm going to give you a hint of what this dunk is called. He said, Reggie, I got a lot of shoes to fill.
That is his second attempt, and Darrell Armstrong just came off the injured list last Wednesday against the Detroit Pistons.
Well, I had talked to him about it earlier, not being around and being kind of a special guy.
Ooh, that would have been good, Reggie.
That would have been very nice. He had some serious ups on that.
I think Patrick respects him pretty much after that attempt.
Well, we'll know if it was a fix if next week they put him back on the injured list. And if he tries another one of those dunks, he's going back.
That's no attempt.
That's no attempt. He's got a couple of dunks. He's going to make this, but he's got to get into it. That's the old Spud Webb dunk here. The little guy's dream.
Oh, but
he's running out of gas, guys.
A lot of zeal to Darrell Armstrong, and he is like a little more than 10 seconds time running out for it, but he's got time for one more.
And he only needs one more to get in. But if he misses this, he needs two more. Oh, he's not going to make it.
That's what he gets for being on the injured list all year. He's been tired. He's out of shape. Can't play him 90 seconds in the game.
You know what I told him? He said, Reggie, I got this dunk that's going to put me over the top. He said, I'm going to give you a hint. I got a lot of shoes to fill. But you got to make it to the finals to get there, baby.
Let's see what Shaq and Penny have to say about that. Let's go to Craig.
Well, we got Penny, we got Shaq, we got Nick, we got Dennis, all their teammates. What happened out there, guys?
When he missed that second dunk, that's what hurt him. I think he lost his confidence on that second dunk.
Coach, why don't you pick him up, give him a big lift?
Darrell, you might have missed two dunks, but I love you, man. I love you, man. Man, we love you. You got a little time, but we love you, baby. That's all that counts. You made it, man. We love you, man.
And he did bring a standing ovation on the first one. Let's go back to the table.
All right, and a point total of 25.5. And now we're going to look at Jerry Stackhouse, who is Chuck Daly's pick to win this competition. He had a couple of spectacular dunks in the rookie game from the Sixers.
Well, this guy's got a lot of shoes to fill. Also, people going to North Carolina have him as being the next Michael Jordan, and a lot of pressure on him. I saw with a lot of players, Reggie, and a lot of the guys have him and Michael Finley, along with Brent Barry, as the favorites in this competition.
Along with Brent Barry, he's got something to perform the same way. It's about 6'7", 6'8" long, and they can dunk the ball hard. That's what the crowd likes.
Can you imagine coming in saying you're going to be the next Michael Jordan? I mean, that's the worst curse anyone could have.
I tell you what, that's a lot of pressure.
And the worst thing about it is the first time they met head-to-head, Michael outscored him 48-49.
Wait a minute, but the young fellow was talking stuff. Michael knew that. You don't talk about Michael like that.
He has to, 90 seconds, attempt 3 dunks. He doesn't have to make 3.
He's tired. He's cutting it short. He thinks he's into the finals. I don't know.
He made 4.
Well, that's confident.
That's certainly not going to be better than Brent Barry's.
No, no.
45.
That was confident.
Now, last year, Harold Miner had a 49.2 in the first round. Isaiah Ryder was second at 44.6. So Barry, between the first and second of last year's first dunks.
Well, that looks hard, Reggie. I say that any dunk that I could do when I played is definitely a 0.
Yeah, that's a good way to measure it.
And a 40.
You know how your hops were.
A 40 for Jerry Stackhouse. So Barry with the best score so far at 45.5. And Darrell Armstrong at 6'1" was second at 25.5, and then 40 for Stackhouse. And now Doug Christie representing the New York Knicks, who was traded to the Knicks from the LA Lakers, originally drafted by the Supersonics.
That's a great athlete.
Dunks fast, too. You see how quick he got up and then to dunk. He loves to get it in there quick. And we had a chance to talk to him in the locker room before this. And he is very excited.
Kenny Walker of the New York Knicks won the slam dunk back in 1989.
Well, Doug said theatrics is what's going to win it for you. And he's got one called the Moose that he said he's going to bring out. And this is it. Over his head. This is the Moose. This is what he wants to do. He said this is going to put him over the top.
He's got a whole minute to get this right. He's only got 1 dunk to do. He needs to get a good kick. He's got time.
It's like a couple of field goal kickers in the NFL.
Plus, let's get some time to rest as well.
They're blocked. I don't know if that's exactly what Christie had envisioned with that.
No, I think he wanted to get it off the board, actually, and catch it the timing right, but
this is good.
I think Stackhouse made a wrong decision back there on that. I think he should have done some more dunks, Reggie, don't you?
Well, you know, I'm not sure if he did that on purpose. I think he just figured that maybe that's all I had to do. You know, because it seems like he would want to get it more.
He's made his 3 as Christie, and has 1 left here. A routine slam, and that'll be enough for Doug Christie of the New York Knicks, who has great moral support by Patrick Ewing, his teammate.
I think what he's trying to do on this one, he got this one from Kenny Smith, Reggie. We worked on that in Sacramento practice. I think Vinny Del Negro was the first one to teach Kenny Smith that one.
Yeah, but only Vinny laid it up when he did his. This is the Moose. This is the one he wanted. But I think, like you said, he wanted it off the glass. If he could have got it off the glass and got one hand where he could have got up on it, it would have been a much more spectacular dunk.
Score of 39.5. Let's send it over to Craig.
Well, Patrick, come on. He deserved at least a 45.
But he didn't get the one he really wanted, did he?
No, he didn't. But I'm here rooting for him. I think he's going to win. I got all my money on him.
And that's a lot of money.
That's right.
Okay, let's go over to Cheryl.
Thanks a lot, Craig. Well, Doug, you're a little upset. It didn't really go the way you wanted. What were you anticipating?
Just a little bit smoother, you know. Not too much more. Tried to make it to the final round, but I don't know if the 39 is going to get me there. But, you know, it's a good time.
All right. Looks like you got a good score. Let's take it back to Dick and the high riser, Danny Ainge.
All right, there the standings so far. The top 3 advanced, and right now that would be Barry, Stackhouse, and Christie, but we haven't seen Michael Finley. Now, as you know, Grant Hill, with his wrist injury, had to pull out of this, and his prediction was that Finley was going to win the competition.
As was most of the players, Dick. I talked with most of the guys over there on the sideline before the competition started, and the majority had Michael Finley. And we see why on the first dunk. He's just getting loose. He does those in the games. He could just do game dunks and get 50s.
That's exactly what he said he was going to come out and do, and just do game dunks for him.
Tomahawk.
He had one in the rookie game that was amazing. Dominique Wilkins made that one right there famous.
You get the feeling already that Finley is going to move on to the finals. 3 will move on.
Well, he's doing something that nobody else did. He's got flavor, and he's playing to the crowd.
And he's done all dunks. Hey, that will definitely get him to the finals.
No question.
He did a Dominique Wilkins dunk that he got a 50 on. He did a Michael Jordan dunk that Michael Jordan did in Seattle. He did all the dunks that all the great ones have done in the past. Right here is the one that he did. Who did he copy on that? That's the Spud Webb dunk.
No, this is... Yeah, that was a Spud Webb dunk. The Spud Webb, Dominique, and a Michael Jordan.
This is called resting on your laurels as far as Michael Finley is concerned. And he was pretty impressive, emphatic with that tomahawk slam. And a 45. So Michael Finley just a half a point behind Drew Barry, who still has the highest score at 45.5, but Finley will move ahead of Christie and Stackhouse with one more to go, and that's going to be Greg Minor of the Boston Celtics.
Oh, my goodness.
Now that had some hop.
That was impressive, Reggie. You know, one guy thought that this guy would win it of the people I talked with, but that is pretty impressive. That first dunk.
Got a little bit of juice on that one. Kind of a little shake up top. But I didn't think he got up that high on that particular dunk.
None of the players in this year's field have competed in this contest before, so this is their first moment in the sun, and they're looking pretty good at it.
Well, I think Minor, all he has to do is beat Stackhouse's 40, Dick, and I think that he's already done that.
Drew Barry and Michael Finley are already in, so we have 2/3 of the finalists all set here in this Nestle Slam Dunk contest. Brent Barry, that is.
And he might have just pushed Stackhouse out of it. Stackhouse did make a mistake maybe and not take another dunk. Maybe got a little better points.
So can Minor surpass the 40 of Jerry Stackhouse? That's what's at issue right now.
He's got to. He did a better job.
Height. Look how high he got. Ooh, his head was almost on the rim level.
Could you do that one, Reggie, in your prime?
Off a trampoline.
At a 41.5. And Greg Minor with a 41.5. And he'll become the third member to move along. So Brent Barry, Michael Finley, Greg Minor have all advanced. And the finals of the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. Let's take a look at Brent Barry and Michael Finley and Greg Minor. First Barry with the highest score.
Well, Reggie, you know, this guy, he reminds me that he's the closest thing to Pistol Pete. One of my favorite players as a kid growing up. I don't think Pistol could do that.
And with his jacket on. But this guy, Finley, had some authority. He had some hops, and then he got a little shake go along with it. And that goes along big to the crowd and the judges.
Well, and Minor jumps so easy, but I think he's going to have to come up with something a little bit special to get by Finley. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
We'll see.
Now there'll be 2 dunks, and the best score of the 2 dunks will count for the championship. As we said, Harold Minor won last year, all new field this time. And Greg Minor will go first, followed by Michael Finley and Brent Barry. Minor had a 41.5 in the first round.
So what do you think? Does the guy bring out all the tricks?
I think you got to bring it out, Reggie. I don't think there's nothing. This is it, man. You got to get your best stuff right now.
You got to get by this in order to get to the championship.
They counted that as a miss, but they only take the best dunk, so he could still do something good.
So Minor is going to have to come through with something big on his last dunk, and now Michael Finley, who had 45 as his score in the first round. Of course, this will be judged totally separately than the first round. Finished just 0.5 of a point from Brent Barry, who had the top score.
Now, Michael Finley, Dick, he told me before the competition that Danny Manning has described the dunk with 2 balls. If he needs it, he may go to it, but I don't know if he's going to need it. I think if he feels like he needs a 50, he may pull out something he's never tried before.
Danny, I like what he told you. He said, when you asked him, he says, you know, what are you going to do early? He said, Danny, I'm just going to do game-style dunks, stuff that I can do in the game. And he's one of the few guys that can do this stuff in the game with a guy underneath.
He does it in the game. He maybe leads the league in dunks.
They gave Minor a 2. A 2.
A 2.
A 2.
We could get a 2, Danny.
I know. Hey. That's more than you deserve, because I could do that.
A 2.
Well, let's not stretch this a little bit.
All you got to do is touch the rim. Can you get the rim?
Not at my age. Maybe about 2 years ago, Reggie. Here's Finley.
It's smart not to go for that because it was a bad ball. Could have messed himself up. He has to get a lot more height on that ball.
First winner of this competition was Larry Nance back in 1984.
See how low the ball was coming off the rim? That hurt his chances of making that dunk.
Warren Moon of Turner Sports and the Minnesota Vikings on hand.
Well, Michael Finley maybe Should have kept the pressure on. Maybe should have done one of the Dominique or the Michael Jordan type of dunks just to keep pressure on Brent Barry.
Well, you're not really rushed. Why not wait for the perfect ball? You see how low that ball came off, and it actually skipped the front of the rim. Probably threw his timing off.
You think the door is open for Brent Barry here?
I think it's wide open. It's like a barn door. Let's drive an airplane through it.
Well, it's 7 points on that attempt.
Well, right now, Brent Barry has to put pressure on him. I think he has to come out with a good dunk and try to post a high score. He may not even have to do a second dunk if he gets a good dunk right here.
Danny, not only that, Brent Barry has a crowd. Listen to him. They're already starting to cheer for Brent Barry. If he does anything spectacular right now, he'll have everybody on his side.
Uh-oh, 3 misses.
And Reggie's saying, what about it? Brent Barry, you're right about the crowd, Reggie, because he gave him a little thrill at the rookie game, and so that was his entree into this competition.
Listen, he had it all set up for him. You know, you got to take advantage of your opportunities.
He doesn't need a 50 dunk. He needs to get about a 45 and put the pressure on the other 2 guys, and maybe he can win by forfeit.
Well, he gets an 8.
Yeah, now these guys can put the pressure back on him.
He got an 8 points, so really, in all intents and purposes, nothing for anyone in that first one. And now, remember, the best score of the 2 dunks, and you got to figure that every one of these guys is going to come up with a better score.
I happen to think that because everyone missed, that they might be a little bit tight. They may not go for the big one right now. They may just want to go and get one in since they missed the other one.
Same order: Greg Minor, Michael Finley, and then Brent Barry will go last.
Very solid dunk, but nothing spectacular.
He was just making sure that he made it.
Good point you had. You know, with the pressure on like this, with everyone having poor first efforts,
right?
You don't want to come away with 0. So that was Minor's effort. Now Finley. There it is again. Greg Minor.
Reggie, you say that's not spectacular. I wish I could have done that.
Hell, I can't even draw a man that can do that.
In last year's finals, Harold Minor won with a score of 46. Jamie Watson finished 3rd at 26 and a 40.8 for Greg Minor. And that's what Finley and Barry have to beat.
Well, again, I really feel that the guys, they got to come out with a good dunk. But I don't know. I don't know if I go for the big one.
He needs to do something he can convert for sure. And Michael Finley's dunks that he did in the first round got him a 45. So I think if he can do one of those, Reggie.
A lot of people, as you mentioned, around the NBA think that Finley was going to win this contest, including Grant Hill. Here's his last chance.
Oh! I got news for you.
A good one. A good chance.
He could get a 50 off that one. The difference is, it's not the dunk. It's after he caught it, he windmilled it. Now that's what's hard. It takes a lot of upper body strength to do that.
Reggie, that's really a hard dunk, but that's not a 50. I'm sorry. We'll see here in a second, but there's no way that's a 50.
Danny, when you look at this dunk, watching when he gets up the extension, and not everybody could just dunk it, but he takes it back all the way around his head and dunks it again. That's a tough dunk.
Oh, I know that's a tough dunk.
46.2 is the score, so he didn't get the 50.
But very close.
But he's got 46.2 and right now has taken the lead over Greg Minor, who had a 40.8. Right now, let's send it over to Cheryl.
Thanks a lot, Dick. Now, Michael, I know you have to feel a little bit relieved. You missed your first one, came back strong, put you in a good position.
Yeah, the first one, I didn't really have nothing planned. I just wanted to get a good dunk down. And the first ball, I went off the backboard. I should have went for it, but I didn't, and just got a bad bounce and I missed. But luckily, I made that one.
No thanks to Danny Ainge, I'm sure. All right, let's go back to you guys.
So now, as you look at the scoring, Finley has the lead with his second dunk, 46.2. Minor had a 40.8, and now it remains for Brent Barry.
See, this is what we're talking about. He's got a lot of pressure on 46 is a lot, and he's got to come up with a serious dunk right now.
What if he does the free throw line? The free throw line got him the 45.
I think so.
Play to the crowd.
He's going for it. Not only that, the guys in the sideline, all the other players are telling him to go for that one. That's the one they want to see. They're all stepping up for it right now. I think he's got the crowd on his side.
He said he would go for a combination Michael Jordan, Dr. J, risky dunk if he needed it.
I think he got it, Reggie. I think he got it. I think that's a 47.
It's going to be very close.
It is going to be close.
Didn't have the rhythm, didn't have the spectacularness of the Finley dunk, but definitely you know, when you take off from way out there, look at the stride. And we all talked about it. He's gangly. He's long arms, long legs. And he's got some glide.
And he wins it with a 49. 49 for Brent Barry. And I mentioned Drew. Drew had 9 3-pointers when Georgia Tech beat Carolina in overtime. So what a big day for the Barry family today, as Dr. J, along with Dave Collins, Maurice Lucas, the 1996 Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk champion is Brent Barry. Drew had a big game in Tech's win, and Brent had a high score in the first round and played very well in the rookie game and wins the slam dunk with an impressive total of 49 points. That was more than Harold Miner got to win it last year.
He was definitely the crowd favorite.
And here are the final standings in the Nestle Crunch Slam Dunk. Brent Barry wins it from the Los Angeles Clippers. Michael Finley was second. And there is the order of finish. And just a few moments ago, Barry Crossland, the director of marketing for Nestle Crunch Confectionery, presented the winning trophy and $20,000 to Brent Barry for winning the slam dunk. An all-new field, and Brent Barry the champion. Right now, let's send it over to Craig with our champ.
Well, Brent Barry has won slam dunk championships before in high school and also the big one in college. And you got to the Final Four and won that one. But this is a whole nother level, being the slam dunk champion of the NBA.
It is. I mean, just an unbelievable day. You know, I watched my brother Drew today at Georgia Tech beat North Carolina, and then I get to come out and play against, you know, all these rookies and then get a chance to slam in the dunk contest. And it's a day I'll remember for a long time, Craig.
You had a lot of strategy today.
I did. I didn't do a lot of the dunks that I had planned. You know, I kind of choreographed my stuff to music, and then they didn't let us play it. So, you know, next year maybe we'll get it together a little bit, and I'm looking forward to defending it again.
I was standing over by the judges when you did the one from the free throw line. Julius Erving said to me, he goes, this kid won it in the first round. In fact, I've only seen 2 other people do it from the free throw line, Michael Jordan and myself.
Well, like I was telling you, Craig, in the first round, you have to come out with something really good, especially being the first dunker. And I was first tonight, and I had to come out with something strong to get a good score. And that score got me into the second round, so I figured I'd just do it again.
Dr. J, Air Jordan, what Barry? What's your nickname now?
They call me Bones on the team, so I just stick with that.
Okay, Bones, good one today. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Back to the table.
All right, and what a great night we had of competition. Reggie, how do you put it all in perspective now?
I don't know. It's pretty amazing. I'm really happy for Brent Barry because, you know, hey, he's the first white guy who's won the dunk contest. That's huge. You know, it dispels a heck of a myth.
That'll be in the record books, perhaps. Danny, your view on everything we've seen.
Well, it was great. You know, Tim Legler was a sentimental favorite of all of the players because he's played with so many different teams, played in the CBA, had the new baby and everything. And Brent Barry was definitely the crowd favorite here tonight. And I think that affected the judges as well.
You know, I tell you what, all 3 competitions went down to the wire. The rookie game went down to the wire. The three-point shootout did, and of course the slam dunk at the end, and people just have smiles on their faces. It has been a tremendous competition. Glad to be part of it as Tim Legler of the Washington Bullets wins the three-point shootout, and of course Brent Barry wins. A great day for the Barry family. That's the story from down here at courtside. Lynn sent it upstairs now to Ernie.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. Yeah, you can call him Brent or you can call him Bones. I think that's going to catch on nationwide now. A great night here, and Hubie Brown joins Chuck Daly and me now. And Hubie, you guys started the night with the Schick rookie game, and it was really tremendous. A 2-point win for the East. Your thoughts on what we saw earlier tonight?
Well, I thought the athleticism was terrific. The way that the players went after one another, the unselfish play, some great passing, and then athletic ability to finish. And what you really liked was the fact that it came down to the close play, and then key people, guys that you were looking for, the hope that they would do something sensational, got it done. For me, it was just a high level of play.
All 16 players in the game scored, and Damon Stoudemire of the Raptors was the game's MVP. Chuck, what has stuck out for you tonight?
The marvelous display of young talent in all aspects, the rookie game and in the three-point shootout, and of course the slam dunk. Younger players coming along, keeping this league alive, and keeping this weekend the fun that it is.
Now, what do we look for tomorrow when the other guys take the court, the All-Star game tomorrow afternoon here at the Alamodome, Chuck or Hubie?
I'll tell you what I did. I coached it 1 year, And what you do is you get a basket full of $100 bills. Says you're going to win 12,000 of these. Go out and play defense, because the team plays the best defense is going to win.
I like that strategy, by the way.
It works.
Yeah. No, I think we got the high wire act coming out tomorrow. More sensational things. What you always see in the NBA All-Star are guys making pinpoint passing, spectacular. They'll have an easy play, but they'll do a 360 and end it off with a strong, powerful move. We really have great talent on both sides. We got the greatest players in the world here, and it should be a very enjoyable night in San Antonio.
And 36,000 fans here at Alamodome certainly got a taste for what it's going to be like tomorrow when they play the All-Star game on NBC. Now let's talk about what's coming up on Turner Sports in the coming week. Yes, again, TNT and TBS cranking up next week. Tuesday night, Dallas at Houston on TNT. Wednesday night, the Knicks and the Hornets. Wednesday night, TBS. Friday night, it's the Denver Nuggets and the Charlotte Hornets on TNT. Again, a reminder, tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, NBC will have all the action from the 46th annual NBA All-Star Game. Coming up next on TNT, Who's the Man, starring Dennis Leary. For Chuck and Hubie and Bob and Dick and Reggie and Cheryl and Danny and Craig, I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks a lot for joining us here on TNT tonight. All-Star Saturday night. It's been a kick. Thanks a lot. We'll see you from San Antonio.